Here's the truth about Kendrick Lamar's Mexico City show.
Kendrick did it solo. Yes, Kendrick did it solo. Kendrick sold out this stadium in Mexico, which was 65,000 capacity. And guess what? He sold out every single seat. Take a look at the crowd. He sold out everything, and Caesar was not on the show. You know, some of the haters were saying, oh, Kendrick cannot sell out the stadium on his own without Caesar. But guess what? He sold it out, and there was no Caesar on this show. All the haters, where are you right now? All the haters are saying Kendrick cannot sell out the stadium by yourself. Where are you right now? Mexico turned up. Crazy, right?
What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashaps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, they are still spiraling out of control. They are still trying to spin narratives. I keep telling you, they get up in the morning and they around 5:30 they start getting their coffee and their things of that nature. Their peanut butter and fluff sandwiches, right? And I don't know if you ever had a peanut butter and fluff sandwich. They're decent. I haven't had one in years, but I did have one, and they're okay. They're okay. All right. But I digress. So what I'm thinking is, what we got again was yet another contrived narrative from the Drake squad, right? The bubble bath rapper, OVO owls, all in lockstep. They woke up one morning and decided that they were going to say that Kendrick flopped. They've been saying before the show even happened that the tickets weren't selling and he was going to flop. And so they had to back this narrative up, because I saw, what was it, King Jared and a couple other people. They had some screenshots of some tickets, all these empty seats in Mexico. So they had already started this narrative, so they had to back it up. So what do they do? What we always see them do is, and when the show that I went to, they did, they'll take footage of the opening act, or take footage of the pre-show when nothing's going on and show a bunch of missing seats and empty seats, or they'll do you one better and go behind the stage and they'll show, because the stage is a big giant video screen, so you can't put people behind the stage. So they'll shoot shots of the stage, the stage behind it. I'm sorry, the seats behind it being empty, and they'll make it like, yo, where are all those Kendrick? It's dumb stuff, gang. So, but it means a lot to them. It means so much to tear down Kendrick so they can build up Drake. So Kendrick having empty seats means so much, I guess, because the K-Bots did it to them first last year when he was struggling to sell his seats or whatever. So the K-Bots started this, but they're not going to let it go. It's a year later. They're still talking about seats, but they're always wrong with it. This guy's doing stadiums. He's packing them out. He's selling them out. Now, when they woke up with the narrative of, okay, we gotta start pushing this, get this out first, because what happens is a lot of their Drake fan algorithms are only going to show their side. So it doesn't matter if they're lying or not. They're going to just push it out. So they took this footage of Kendrick, one of the opening acts, which I'm sure is a huge act over there or whatever. It's still early, so it wasn't fully packed. They took that, they got in front of the narrative of the no tickets being sold, showed a clip of this act performing, and it wasn't fully packed yet. I've been to the Kendrick show this year, and before he goes on, it's going to be packed. Right? You're getting snacks, you're getting drinks, da-da-da. So a lot of people at the concession stand when these opening acts are doing this, that, and the third. It doesn't matter. The truth don't matter over there in OVO land, right? In the bubble bath world. So they put out this whole narrative, and a lot of the pages started carrying it. A lot of their fans started retweeting it like, oh, I guess he couldn't sell those seats. All this talking, da-da-da. So the narrative was that Kendrick had flopped in Mexico. He's not big outside of the U.S., and he'll never be a Drake. You know what I'm saying? You'll never be a Drake, da-da-da. So what happens is the Kendrick fans, like they always do, they showed up with their clips and their footage of the thing, scanning the crowd. This thing was fully packed, gang. I'm going to read this story, but I want you to understand it doesn't matter to these guys because they got the message out to their little algorithm. So now Drake fans, they woke up, they cleaned their eyes and brushed their teeth and looked at their phones, and they got to celebrate a failure, another failure by Kendrick. He's never be another Drake. Mind you, he's doing stadiums and Drake is doing arenas. But somehow, some way, Drake is on tour in Europe and he's killing Kendrick. Like, you got to understand, these narratives, they go deep, gang. He is on a world-class run. He's killing the Kendrick tour. He's going to pass him even more than he is now because It's All a Blur is the biggest tour run. They just put out that he made $779 million in his career. It's the most money anybody has ever made on tour. They've added up all his tours that he's done since he's came. They've added them all. The gang, they're running. This is desperate. They need wins, so they're manufacturing wins. So they've added up this whole number. They came up with $779 million, and no one has ever done it. So they're clinging to that, and now that's not enough. Though they got to bring down Kendrick. So they made this video easily debunked because all we had to do was wait for people to upload the real copies. And sure enough, when I first saw it, I was like, damn, what's going on? Then I went into the comments, they're like, why lie when the footage is real? So it was easily debunked. Kendrick smashed this show. He's smashing everything. And I do have a theory. I think he added this Mexico stuff and the South American tour and this, that, and he added Australia. Because I think he's trying to get that last thing that Drake is clinging to. I think he's trying to take down some more of them numbers because that It's All a Blur tour, he did 80 shows. He made a lot of money, right? He made a lot of money, but he worked like a dog. He worked like Michael Jackson on that last damn tour. You remember Michael Jackson? I keep saying this, Michael Jackson's last tour. This is it. When Michael Jackson did that last tour, they tried to work his ass like a dog. He had 50 shows lined up. Michael Jackson was supposed to do 50 shows, right? Rest in peace to Mike. I didn't want to believe when he passed. I was like, yo, I kept flipping channels. Like the last channel that said, it's like, we still have no confirmation of Michael Jackson's death. I said, I'm leaving it right here because he ain't there yet. But Michael Jackson died. He owed them 50 shows. They had it's a whole lot of conspiracies about what happened to Michael. So Drake did 80 shows with his It's All a Blur tour, and at the time of recording, Kendrick had not passed that certain amount, but he's making a lot more money, a lot faster than Drake, because Drake had to do a lot of arenas. He added a lot of guest stars on that tour. But I believe that's what Kendrick is going after with this, the adding of these shows. I believe he's trying to slowly creep down and get that number out of here. He's not going to say it online. He's not on social media like this guy. This guy's liking every other post. He's sick. The Drake media train gang, I've never seen nothing like it. And it's pretty clear to me now, they are paying, he has a PR firm that has access to a lot of money because nonstop, they are running this algorithm ragged with what Drake is doing. You open up your Twitter, your first 20 posts are going to be how cool and dope and hot that Drake is in every kind of way. I've never seen a push like this. They're gonna make this guy, the lies become the truth, because they don't stop. It is nonstop. They don't even wait till the first post get cold. They got another one up, and I believe most of this stuff got to be overseas. It got to be people that really don't have nothing to lose because they have really nothing but time all day, every day. Just you can't even respond to have this shit. You wasting your time because it's so much. It's so flooded right now with pro Drake propaganda gang. Twitter, I wouldn't even be surprised if Twitter is getting a cut of this because it's so heavy and they're pushing it so. Algorithms don't work like the way this is working, gang. So it's like, even with the algorithm, they have to have sat down with this guy Musk and something's going on because it's so heavy. It is ridiculous. So I feel like what we're seeing is the algorithm, whether it goes wrong or right, it doesn't matter. Just all about getting his name out there, the buzz out there. Because like I just told you in my last video, UMG is letting them win. They're actively pushing him. so he can get those streams up. Because right now they're saying this is the best year he's ever had on Spotify in his entire career. Is right now. Well, I already told you in my last video, I just did it yesterday, that UMG and Spotify are actively making sure that he has all the streams he can stand, because when they go for that lawsuit, they're going to say case dismissed because your career was not affected in the slightest. You're doing better after the battle. So he's shooting himself in the foot, but he doesn't care. His fans don't care. They just want the numbers. But at the end of the day, easily debunked. And let me have this conversation. Kendrick Lamar turns up in Mexico City as South American leg of the GNX tour begins. Just started this thing, and this thing is packed out. Mexico, gang. It's just insane. The footage of this thing, you want to go again. You want to go back to the shit all over again. I was on the floor. Let's just be honest. I had a great time. Let me continue. Kendrick Lamar has just a handful of shows left for this successful GNX tour, which will wrap in December in Australia. Kendrick Lamar's record-breaking Grand National Tour is still going strong after wrapping his run in the UK and Europe this year. The Compton icon is now in South America for 5 dates over the next couple weeks. In fact, the leg got underway last night in Mexico City and seems like it was a great time. In footage captured by Caruco, Lamar is performing the GNX opener Whacked Out Murals to an excited crowd. Mind you, Whacked Out Murals is the first song he does. So that stadium was already lit, right? Already lit, completely packed from the beginning, from the front to back already. And that's the first song he's going to do. So it wasn't no missing ticket sales, all that. They were like, it still was 20,006. They're so concerned about this because they get little wins like this. Even if it was, first of all, 20,000 tickets, you think that's possible? But at the end of the day, even with that, he's doing more. With 20,000 tickets left to sell, it's still more people in the stadium than to be in those arenas that Drake had. Okay? And it still wasn't, that's not accurate. It was not no 20,000 tickets that was still unsold. But let me continue. K-Dot wasn't and won't be alone for this mini run through, as Argentine duo Cazarel and Paco Amoroso is his opening act. For those curious, they dabble in a handful of genres, including hip-hop, but also pop and alternative. Kendrick will be heading to Bogota, Colombia next, with that stop taking place on September 27th. All after that is Sao Paulo, Brazil, and on September 30th. Then the openers will be able to perform in front of their home crowd when they assist Lamar in Buenos Aires. That performance is on October 4th. Last but not least, Santiago, Chile gets to hear the Grammy Award-winning artist on October 7th. But the party doesn't stop after that. In December, GNX will head to the land down under for at least 2 stops. Melbourne on December 3rd and Sydney on December 10th are the dates. This little guy is still working. He's putting his head down and he's not listening to the noise. The other guy is still going through. He's clicking like on What's the Dirt post and all this. He's sitting there, he got too much time on his hands, gang. He's still on the internet, still trying to stir up shit. He went at Memphis Bleak for no fucking reason. Memphis Bleak, anybody can speak on this battle, gang. You don't got to respond every time somebody speaks. I haven't heard Kendrick yet go and sub somebody for speaking on the battle. Memphis Bleak spoke on the battle. He spoke on you with the lawsuit, which is goofy, it's wacky, it's dumb, it's corny. All of that combined, the lawsuit is ridiculous. Anybody, old or young, could see that. Especially an old head gonna be like, I'm not jacking with it. So he went and said something about Memphis Bleak, or unsolicited advice from somebody we used to like in the 2000s, da-da-da. Still just bitter. The gang move forward, bruh. Move forward. But no, he's still stuck on it. He's doing too much. He's just surfing too much, gang. He's doing too much. But let me continue. There is always potential for more, but for now, that's the remaining schedule. Overall, it's been a busy year for Kendrick performing-wise with this unprecedented global trek, the Super Bowl halftime show, and etc. He's even made some secret special guest appearances, doing so in LA for the Clips Let God Sort Him Out tour. Imagine he came off his tour and went and popped up at their show, surprising everybody. So this guy is working. I don't know, man. Listen, this guy is working harder than almost anybody in this business, right? Let me continue. It seemed like 2026 might get off to a similarly grand start, with Lamar being a rumored headliner for Coachella. However, the Indigo Music Festival opted for Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber, and Karol G. It will now be 9 years since he's graced Coachella Valley, last doing so in 2017 around the release of Damn. So Salute to Kendrick for once again packing it out. And it doesn't matter if he packed it out or not. It's just certain people that really want to spread the narrative that somehow, some way. Imagine going all these months with him winning. And then just imagine one show didn't pack out and they're gleefully all over the internet. See, he's not. They literally said, you can't pack out outside of your home country. They literally said that because this guy says it in his line, right? End of the day, gang, imagine even if one show does, quote unquote, flop, right? Hundreds of thousands of people in there, but I mean, not hundreds of thousands, but thousands of people in there, but it's not fully full, so it's a flop, right? Imagine that now. What do you get? What's the prize for that? What's the you know what I'm saying? Like, we get it, like we like to laugh and giggle, but at some point, when you're doing it at this high level, no cancellations, you're packing it out continuously, at some point, it's really nothing to talk about. If you're gonna say you can't sell out one show, like, what we doing, gang? Like, it gets silly after a while. It's like we gotta move forward from this talking about shows, right? I'm done with this, man. I'm gonna get on out of here. But salute to Kendrick for once again keeping hip hop alive, keeping the culture alive. I know they like to try to make the culture a dirty word now. They want to put it in quotations when they're trying to cape for the bubble bath rapper. But at the end of the day, Kendrick is still doing it for the culture. We appreciate and respect what he's doing. All right, then we're going to combat the lies. It is what it is, all right? I'm out of here, man. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live, me, TJ, and Fliz on The What Show. All right, tap in. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone in the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.